and you and I are on the same team, the team is one, it means that I am you and you are me. So when I talk about you, I talk about me. When I tear you down, I tear me down. When I build you up, I build me up.
All right, well, we are back in our kitchens with our kitchen couples. Great to see everyone again. And this topic, Dave and Ashley, it can be a bit of a hornet's nest because, as they said, it's a touchy subject.
It is a touchy
This idea
subject.
of submission, because we can often get the biblical idea of submission can be skewed. Like the men sometimes think it means you have to be the dominant one, you have to be the boss, you have to have everyone else in the home under your thumb. But that's not what it is at all, and I'm glad they explained that.
Yeah, me too. And I'm glad that Ashley brought up about the whole Me Too movement, because there is a lot of validity there. There are a lot of women who have been abused, emotionally, psychologically, physically, of course. And so those kinds of things need to be called out and they need to be held accountable. But in the marriage relationship, the whole submission thing, I love that they started first and foremost that first we submit to Jesus, to God. First and foremost, as a couple, as individuals, we submit to Him. And then we go into how He is leading us to have our roles in the family. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that was honestly, I know that's a touchy subject. I thought that was one of the best teachings or explanations in a short time on those verses that I've ever heard. I thought it was really, really, really well done. I loved the explanation or the example of the bird, that Christ is the head and there's those two wings, and even if you feel like your marriage is a turkey right now, like having both of those wings in play really helps you get off the ground and makes all the difference. And that submission thing, as they said, it's starting off with submit to one another. It's not just a one-way submission, but it's that love and respect.
Yeah, this whole topic kind of does ruffle our feathers and make us a little squirmy, but they did such a great job of making it, they brought it to modern day with the word respect. And let me paint a picture of something I heard a while ago that really helped me understand. Picture Dan and I trying to go through a doorway together, like the threshold of a door, and we both want to get there first. And if we wanted our own way, we would be like bumping shoulders, and it just wouldn't work. We'd bump into the wall. But when the Bible says, wives, submit to your husbands, it's kind of like letting the husband, giving him room to lead the way. But a gentleman, what does he do? On a date, this guy loves me. He's supposed to love his wife. What does he do? He says, after you, and he allows the wife to go through. So it's more of relinquishing our own way to make room for one another, and then something just supernatural happens where we both feel like we've won and we can both go through together. We make room for each other. So it's not as scary when you think of it that way.
No, and that's why I loved how they said respect too, because it is about respecting one another. You're in this together, you're navigating this together, you're a team, and just finding out the roles that God has for both of you and empowering each other in what God has for both of you and as a couple, and just submitting to what He has for you.
Absolutely.
I love when they say the man wants more respect and the woman wants more love. And that's so true. And I know with us, Mike he calls me his bride, right? When he introduced me to people, I'm his bride. And he always find a way to lift me up when we are with people. And most importantly, when we're not around people, he always finds the way to lift me up. And for him, I try to respect him and honor him and just say, babe, you know what? You are such a good dad. You're such a good husband. Oh, that speech you gave was so wonderful. Just giving him that honor and respect and just letting him know how much I love him. And when you just do this for one another, when you continue to lift each other up each and every day, then your marriage just tends to just grow and grow and grow and get stronger.
My ego does need that. So I'm so grateful for her. But I actually use this and similar verses for our football team to describe a team. The family was the first team ever. right? And so in that we say the team is one. And if the team is one, and you and I are on the same team, and the team is one, it means that I am you and you are me. So when I talk about you, I talk about me. When I tear you down, I tear me down. When I build you up, I build me up. It is that balance is really what this verse is referring to, the balance between the two, that love has this balance, oneness has this balance, this thing that we complement each other. And so that whole idea of being complementary is, I think, what's most important.
That's so good.
Well said. Well said.
You know, some people think, well, isn't the man supposed to be the head, the leader in the house? And there is a place for that. But the idea of leadership, as Jesus would teach it, as the Apostle Paul said, you know, love your wives as Christ loved the church. So it's okay to be leader, nothing wrong with that, as long as you're a sacrificial servant leader who nourishes and cherishes his wife. You know, you don't mind hanging out with a leader like that. And so it's a really different thing, and it's this love and respect thing. And so it's such an important topic, and I'm glad we tackled it here on A Better Us. And yeah, thanks so much, guys, for doing that. And we'll be back with some closing thoughts here for A Better Us.
So stay with us.
Don't go away.